unless there's a miscommunication somewhere, we always receive letters. It's something we can quickly confirm.
You just confirm whether the letter was received.
Just Chair, confirm.
Just for purposes of illustration.
Yes.
Because I have my own problem with the governor and responding to correspondence. If you look at this letter, it is coming from my office. It is dated, and you will see a stamp here, received by the governor's office. That is the only evidence you can table to indicate that you brought a letter somewhere. So you just need to look on the face of that letter. Is there a receipt by the Senate? That's all. Because you can write a letter and keep it in your office. It happens. On the face of the letter, Chair, does it say received by the Senate?
Okay, let me allow the clerk to confirm with the clerk's office. Then it comes back to us.
Chair.
On the same.
But that's what I'm saying, Chair. The evidence you table, like this letter, I don't know if everybody can see this letter. Yes, this letter is on letterhead, and it has a stamp for the governor's office with a date when it was received. The letter you have, you can just display it for us like this. If there is no stamp, Governor, you get a letter that has a receipt. That puts the matter to rest.
Chair, and just to further that very quickly. You remember I asked you whether the letter that we sent to the governor had details that I was talking about. That letter is here. Sent to the governor's office. This is the governor's stamp. Received by the county government of Nairobi. The same thing that Senator Sifuna is talking about. So if we were to say that did we communicate to the governor, we have got evidence that the letter was received. So is that how did the governor communicate the letter to the clerk without having a receipt on it?
I'll get a receipted copy. Chair, I've issued you a letter from my file. The issue of receipt was not contentious, so I'm not presenting it as evidence that I wrote. I didn't think there was a contention. But I responded on the 16th of June, Chair. So, I mean, we can look for the copy that has a stamp. There's no problem.
Yeah.
I don't see the issue there. And Chair, there was no reason as to why. Remember, this meeting was postponed a couple of times. The response is already a long time ago. In fact, the last postponement was by yourselves, you know. So we had been ready. I don't see why there's contention about
Governor, there is contention because documents have to be owned.
Yeah, I've signed it.
Just a minute. You know, you prepared to come for this meeting. You should have brought the letter knowing that these issues arise. We have had this discussion with you before in the Transport Committee. There was even a big fight about emails. Whether you say you have sent emails from there, but we have not received. You remember that conversation?
So we'll get the copy.
So these issues arise.
But
the point we are making is this: in the absence of that ownership, you see there is a document here. It is not on any institution's letterhead. It just starts by saying Nairobi City Water and Sewerage responses to the Senate Investment Committee, Public Investments Committee. This letter has no. These are now the responses. It is not signed anywhere. It is not on letterhead. So in the absence of that covering letter, then really these responses do not belong to anyone. That is a major issue.
The letter written to the Senate, you know, you don't sign every page. The letter written to the Senate has this as the attachment.
That's what I'm saying.
And we have no reason not to respond on those issues.
So you just need to show us the receipted copy, and then we close the matter.
Yeah, honorable members, I'm just waiting for communication from the clerk on the stamped letter. If the stamped letter comes, then members will decide on the way forward. But as it is now, the documents in the files prepared by Nairobi City Water, they are not signed anywhere. They're just plain document. If you are given this file, you may not know what it is, who the owner of these documents are.
Chair.
So that would be a serious problem.
Chair,
maybe. Yeah.
Just one moment. The clerk, unless I had my own things, the clerk has indicated that the document before us arrived this morning. Did I hear that? Yes. Am I the only one who heard that? I heard that. If the documents arrived this morning and the letter arrived on the date that is being talked about, what are you talking about? Are you saying that, Governor, when you sent the letter, you sent it before these documents on the day that they came? So then these documents, how did they arrive to us this morning? Why are we playing a cat and mouse game with the Senate here? Yeah?
Chair.
You can't say that the forwarding letter of document that you sent, the forwarding letter came earlier, and then the documents came this morning. I mean, and that's why it is the issue of timeline.
Honorable members, I want us to be very clear. The clerk indicated that the document they received today, but the same document were received earlier. Can you clarify that position? Because there are two receipts that have come, one today and another one earlier. The one that came today came via email, according to the clerk.
Chair said we have received are also not owned. That's what I meant.
Chair.
So, Chair, the first documents were not owned. The today's documents are also not owned. So what are we doing?
Chair.
Let me hear from
Chair, Chair, we are arguing about the same thing. I think what we need to do between the Senate, the clerk of the Senate and the county government, let's wait for whichever letter comes first that will show there was a receipt, and then from there we'll make a decision. Otherwise, Chair, we are just talking around.
Yeah, that's why I say, if we get a letter,
or from the clerk.
members, if we get a letter that is stamped received from the clerk's office, then we will know that the documents were actually sent in time on that date when the documents was received. But without that letter, it becomes a bit difficult. I understand the situation, honorable members. So the clerk, if that letter is not there, let us know. If the letter is there, please bring it, stamped letter, so that if the letter is stamped, we will proceed, honorable members.
The documents for today.
Yeah, but Chair, this is my own personal advice to this committee, that whenever there is conflict between an entity and your own staff as to what the true status is, always believe your staff. Yeah. We have gone through this in other committees as well. In the Committee of Transport, we have had this problem with this same entity, that they claim they have sent documents on time and they have no physical. Because if you came, if you wanted to show this, to demonstrate this, it's very easy, and the county attorney is there. The county attorney knows that if you have a receipt, it is for you to produce a receipt. It can't be for the clerk to look for the receipt. Because the question is being posed to you. But anyway, Chair, I don't know what you want to guide as you wait.
Chair, there is no guiding in this.
No, as we wait for the confirmation, maybe we could process a few other issues that I had requested the committee to allow me to raise as A or B, because it revolves around the same issues of correspondence.
Chair, may you look at the synchrony between the letter that the clerk received, right? Or rather, the alleged letter that the clerk received vis-a-vis the letter that the auditor received. Can we get harmony between those two?
Senator,
Can we just ask the auditor if they are dated the same day?
the letter that the auditor received is from Nairobi Water. Is from Nairobi Water. Is not from the governor. Because we wrote a letter to the governor. So the governor was responding to us. But the responses were, I believe they were done by Nairobi Water. So Nairobi Water wrote to the auditor with an attached letter. That is the letter they have.
On different
the
dates.
Same letter.
Huh? On different dates.
What dates are indicated there, auditor?
Chair, the letter received from Nairobi City County is dated on the 17th of June 2025, signed by the managing director, and also copied to the clerk of the County Assembly of Nairobi.
17th June. And from the governor it was 20? What time? 26th of June.
16th.
16th. Senator Amida?
No, I just wanted to say that when a governor being the CEO of the county under Article 179, I think you should have just made sure that all these documentations, and if I had Yusuf right, was that he said such copies are also sent on soft copies, and the soft copies also could suffice.
Chair,
Yes,
the
Governor.
document that I sent with the responses was received by the Senate on the 20th of June, 2025. I have the stamped copy that is being printed. It is stamped received at the Senate.
So you can table it.
Chair, I've
I'm
asked a
getting
very
the physical
substantive
copy.
question.
This is a scan. When we do that, we scan.
Chair, I've asked a substantive question. If the letter to the auditor went on the 17th, how is it possible that the letter to us came on the 16th?
Because I'm
Or
the one
dated
I'm
on
the one
the
who wrote
16th.
to the Senate.
Was it an anticipation?